Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are doing your birthday reading, your solar return reading. So happy birthday to all of you guys, all of you who are Sagittarius suns. If you have any Sagittarius placements as well, this will usually probably resonate for you. Keep in mind that these are general readings though, so they may not resonate for everyone. If you want me to pick up on your energy in upcoming readings, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So this is a themed reading for your birthday, but I am going to just pull some oracle cards here to see what could be in your energy at this time, what you need to know. So let's take a look. Okay, so messages for my Sagittarius collective, please. What are the energies that are currently surrounding them? We have falling as your first card. Okay, some of you might feel like you're losing your grip or control in a situation. Messages for Sagittarius. What's currently in their energy? We have fear. Yeah, some of you guys are afraid of something. You guys could be afraid of something in your subconscious. You could be afraid of your emotions at this time. You could be just afraid of losing control of something in your life here. Something that maybe... I'm getting that this could be something that you're either emotionally attached to, or like you're trying to evade attaching yourself emotionally to this, or this is something that is something you've never done before, something that's new for you, and you're kind of scared to do this. Yeah, explore. So we have the Explorer card, we have the Contemplation card. We have two very expansive energies here about wanting to do something different, wanting to see what's out there, thinking about what the future could look like, but there's something about this chance that you want to take that is making you afraid. And I feel like this has a lot to do with maybe your spiritual path, your spiritual journey. This could be love or friendship. We have patience at the back here. So maybe you guys are waiting for the right time to do something. It definitely feels like you're waiting for something to come in. You're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for maybe your life to change, or for something to take off for you. And it kind of does feel like at this time you guys are, because it's kind of contradictory. It shows that you guys are waiting, right? You're waiting for something to happen. You could be feeling a little bit impatient. But at the same time, there's a part of you that could be self-sabotaging this because you're afraid to go all in. You're afraid to put 10 toes in. You're afraid to actually take this chance. So you guys could actually be subconsciously slowing something down for yourself. Anything else about this for Sagittarius? I want to save space for the tarot cards though. What is this about? Patience again, and healing water. So this is definitely your healing journey. Yeah. And then at the back here we have freedom. So this has a lot to do with where you're currently at in your healing journey, probably wanting to speed up the process, wanting to go to the next stage of your life already, but maybe you're not entirely ready. And sometimes it's hard for us to come to terms with. I know exactly how that feels. It's like you feel like you've been doing everything right. You feel like you're doing the things that you need to do, but maybe there's just a part of you that hasn't healed completely. Maybe you're not entirely ready for something yet. Yeah, we have rest here. So maybe the universe wants you to rest still. The universe wants you to wait a little bit longer, because I feel like you haven't completely gone through your full healing journey. And not to say that you need to be completely healed in order for something to come into your life. But I do feel that for whatever this is, it's going to take you to new heights. It's going to take you to your highest potential. And I feel like right now you guys are just not necessarily there yet, in the sense that I feel like there's a lot of fear and self-sabotage and imposter syndrome that you guys are dealing with. So it's not even the fact that you're not ready. It's like the fact that you don't feel like you're ready. You don't feel like you have what it takes. You don't feel like you are healed or good enough to do something or to go after something. And I feel like the universe is kind of having you sit down so you can contemplate this. It's like, why do I feel this way about myself? Yeah, the future. You guys are thinking about the future a lot, but I feel like you could be over investing a lot of energy into what the future could look like instead of dealing with how you feel right now. And I really feel like right now the universe is taking this time for you to get to your, it's like for you to get your, let me say this again. For you to get to know yourself a little bit better, whatever this is, whatever situation this is for you. The universe really wants you to make sure that you love yourself before you go after this, before this comes in for you. Because I feel like whatever this could be, like I said, it's going to change your path. It's going to change the way that you're seen. It's going to change the path of your future. And I feel like in order for this to be successful, you have to actually believe in yourself. You can't just walk into this blindly thinking that things are just going to happen the way that they need to if you haven't invested into yourself, if you don't know who you are. So there's something like that coming through. It's like the universe feels like you're not ready yet because you're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of your emotions. You're afraid of your potential. And it's like you don't think you're good enough. And the universe is kind of telling you, like, checkmate, like, check yourself again before this comes in for you, because we think you're good enough, but you don't. So this is why something's not changing yet. So I really feel like you guys could be dealing with it's kind of like what I'm saying. It's like you just feel like you don't deserve something. And I feel like there's something you need to take a look at here. Let me sit on this for a moment. Yeah, it kind of also feels like you could be trying to determine which path you want to take. But again, I feel like you're not exactly sure. It's like maybe you feel like, okay, I'm ready for something. I want to go do something. But maybe you're not entirely sure what that path brings for you, what this is actually going to trigger for you or bring out of you. So it's almost like walking into something blindly is kind of what you guys are doing without having taken full account of who you are. So I really feel like this comes back to you guys. It's like your spirit team, the universe, really wants you to know yourself, to know thyself completely before this big change happens for you. So that way you're grounded, that way you're stable, because I feel like there's an energy here of you guys not feeling stable or grounded or rooted within yourself right now. And this is what needs to happen first. So that's what I'm picking up on for that. Let's see what themes come through in your reading. We're going to have 4 questions here, 4 cards. And then if I need to clarify, I will. If you guys hear, like, you probably can't hear that, like a very low-pitched music playing. I have solfeggio frequencies playing upstairs. Okay. So, birthday reading for Sagittarius. What lessons did the previous year bring to my Sagittarius collective? What lessons did the previous year bring? I feel like we're supposed to take both of these. What lesson should Sagittarius... Wait, that's kind of the same question. What lesson should Sagittarius take with them? So we'll take this as an add-on of that. What should Sagittarius's main focus be this next coming solar return year? And then what is the overall theme that Sagittarius will experience this coming year? Okay. So at the back of the deck here, we have the King of Wands. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like the universe really wants you to be sure of yourself. The universe wants you to know who you are through and through. They want you to know your power and not be afraid to step into your confidence. I'm getting that for some of you guys. It's like you think that whatever path this is or whatever change this is going to bring the confidence, is going to bring the change to your life. But the universe thinks otherwise. The universe is saying here that you actually need to step into this energy first. You need to believe that you're already in the King of Wands before this can happen, because technically speaking, then you're just relying on an external energy to give you validation. So I feel like this is going to be a deep message. I think I'm going to put you, no, we'll put you over here because I don't have space, but let's go ahead and take a look. What lessons did the previous solar return year bring for you guys? We have the Magician and the 7 of Swords. I'm getting here trusting your intuition. The previous year showed you that maybe situations that you did not listen to your intuition to that you should have. This is also showing me the same energy that we're talking about right now. So there could be a situation here where, notice how this Magician, she's doing a ritual, she's doing a spell, but it's like she's covering her eyes at the same time. So it's like there's this fear that you guys have of your own manifestations, of your own power. Some of you guys could actually be very psychic, very intuitive, very tapped in, and you're afraid of this. I feel like this is something here that you've had to learn to trust over time. You've experienced situations here that it's like, I should have listened to my gut. I should have done this. I should have done that. And I feel like you guys learn major lessons when it comes to being honest with yourself and just trusting what you feel. I'm going to clarify this because I feel like there could be something bigger tied to this. Clarify the 7 of Swords. It's like maybe you could have even been lying to yourself about a situation. It's like you could have convinced yourself otherwise. We have the Chariot. We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like maybe you guys could have convinced yourself to stay in a situation that you knew was not good for you. Or there's something here about, it's kind of the same energy. It's like you were not trusting in the way that you felt in a situation because maybe you thought that this situation was going to bring you success and notoriety. So it's kind of going back to the same thing. It's like you were depending on someone or something else outside of you to bring you success when deep down you knew that this was not right for you. So this is coming back to like ego and depending on something else to bring success for you. And I feel like you guys learned maybe a harsh lesson when it comes to deception, lying, backstabbing, finances, keeping secrets, something like that. So you guys could have been on both ends of the spectrum, or maybe you kept something from another person or someone kept something from you. And it's like you had this intuitive knowing that this was the case, but it's like maybe you stayed in a situation because you wanted the notoriety. You wanted the success, you wanted the forward movement from this situation, but it wasn't really authentic because it didn't resonate with what you wanted or who you were. I'm definitely picking up on a little bit of masking here. It's like you were masking what you believed in to be true because you wanted something out of something else. Yeah, I really feel like there was some sort of lesson learned when it comes to status, money, keeping secrets, yeah, telling the truth here. I really feel like you guys could have known something that you did not agree with. You were very intuitively aware of something that you were not, it wasn't sitting right with you, but it's like maybe you didn't do anything about it because you were afraid. Or like I was saying, maybe because you wanted the stability from the situation, so you didn't really do much to shake things up here. Okay, so what lesson should you take with you into this coming year? We have the Knight of Cups. So this is, again, I'm getting accepting your truth and not being afraid to speak your truth. Not being afraid to actually go towards situations and people, places, and things that resonate with your heart space and who you truly are. I feel like you guys could have subjected yourself here to staying in a situation that just did not resonate with who you were because you wanted the accolades or because you wanted something that came with it. And now you guys are learning that in order for you to go where you want to go, you need to be honest with yourself. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Cups. We have the Moon. Yeah, so this has a lot to do with psychic ability, secrets, things done in the dark, things kept to yourself. And Three of Swords at the back here. So some of you guys could have experienced a betrayal, a heartbreak, a breakup, a divorce, something like that. You could have experienced something here due to being in a situation that you knew wasn't good for you. There was a lot that happened behind the scenes. There was a lot that was done to you, but it was because you were not listening to your intuition. And I'm not saying that things happened to you because of that, but it's like you saw the red flags. You knew that something was not good, but you stayed because you wanted something out of it. And I feel like you guys learned the hard way. Clarify the Moon. I'm also getting that you guys, yeah, High Priestess, you guys are learning to keep some things to yourself. High Priestess and the Sun. You could have trusted the wrong people. You guys are learning to keep some things to yourself. Maybe you were the type of person who says, maybe you overshare, you overextend yourself to other people. Six of Wands, and now you guys are taking matters into your own hands. You guys are learning who you can and cannot trust. And I feel like now you guys are being a little bit more selective with who you open up to. There's something here about really having learned a lesson about how strong your intuition is and about how you can actually succeed maybe without anyone's help. Maybe you guys were depending on others. There's a little bit of codependency in here. But not like traditional codependency where it's like, oh, I need this and I need that and I need you to do X, Y, Z. It was more so like you just were in a situation because you wanted something out of it, and that's still considered codependency because you're not there for the right reasons. Yeah, some of you guys might hate me for this, but I mean, it is Sagittarius season. You guys are usually pretty blunt, pretty honest. So hope you guys don't hate me for this one. You guys have learned something about your self-worth. Six of Wands and the Sun. You guys have learned something about I'm getting like the detriment of your ego, but also the power of your self-worth. So it's like you guys are trying to find that balance between being too egotistical, but also being proud of yourself and confident and knowing that you can actually do something. So maybe your ego took a hit here. And this is why you guys feel like you're falling. You guys feel like you're getting nowhere fast. But I feel like it's because whatever situation you were in this previous year, it was not aligned to your purpose. It wasn't aligned to what you're supposed to do here. So it's like now some of you guys are like scrambling and waiting, and it's like, why is nothing happening? And it's like, have you actually taken a look at why this didn't work? Or are you trying to repeat things the same way you've always done them? So that's something you have to ask yourself. What should your focus be in the next year of your life? We have the Four of Swords. I'm getting that you guys need some rest. I feel like you guys have been through the ringer. I feel like some of you guys could have actually been in some sort of abusive cycle here. I'm getting that some of you, it's like you could have turned a blind eye to some things that were happening in your life because you didn't want to accept them to be true. And I feel like now, this year, this coming year, there's going to be a lot of healing for you guys. Maybe going back to the drawing board, going back and retracing your steps and just healing certain things. Clarify the Four of Swords. You guys are actually, I feel like you guys are trying to do things the right way now. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, the Tower. You learned here that maybe the way that you were approaching situations in the past was not right. And it's more so like not standing up for yourself. Finding that balance between being too proud, but also it's like, okay, how can I explain this? A lot of the times when we have issues with our ego and we have an overactive ego, it's actually because we're afraid. We're afraid to be on our own. We're afraid of standing up for ourselves. We actually don't know who we are. So we kind of put on this mask. We put on this persona that shows like, I have everything together. I'm powerful. I'm this and that. But at the same time, deep down underneath that mask, it's because we're afraid. It's because we don't actually know our full self-worth. So we have to overcompensate by showing up a certain way. So I feel like whatever happened in your past year, you guys are putting that to rest. It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be different. I want to have, I heard coexisting, mingling connections with people here. So maybe you're meeting new people when it comes to the workplace. You're comparing ideas with people here. Maybe in the past you worked with others that just did not resonate with you. And it's like you guys don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. Tower, Four of Cups, something really unexpected or just dissatisfying could have happened in a situation that had to do with money or work, finances, friendships, relationships, just the way that you commingle with others. And I feel like you really want to change that. So I really feel like this coming solar return year is going to be a lot of healing when it comes to how you deal with people and how you deal with money. How you deal with yourself, I'm also getting. So what will this next year bring for you? Just overall themes. We have the Star. So this is you guys actually getting to the point where you realize your worth, you heal, you do a lot of introspection, and you figure out that you are worthy. You are worthy of being yourself. You are worthy of going where you want to go. So sometimes, again, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but having an overactive ego, it kind of signals to the world that we have a low self-worth. So maybe you guys are actually healing and spending more time with yourself now to realize what you truly want out of life. Clarify the Star. You guys are getting to this position where you actually see the light in yourself and you're not going to let anyone dim that down. Yeah, the Hermit. There's a lot of healing energy coming through. A lot of healing energy. Some of you guys might actually go on hiatus. You might go on some sort of like solo trip. You might travel a lot. You're going to discover yourself. You're going to do a lot of things here. Spending time alone and learning and studying and doing things that help you learn who you actually are. So I'm not trying to like call any of you guys out by saying anything what I said here, but I feel like you guys just didn't know yourself completely. You didn't know yourself completely. You didn't know who you were. You didn't know what you wanted. So you kind of let others make decisions for you. And I feel like that's going to change this year. Now you're doing things for yourself. You're putting up boundaries. You're resting. You're healing. You're learning. You're growing. And I feel like that's a really good energy to be in. Is there anything else here that Sagittarius needs to know for their coming solar return year? We have the Five of Cups, King of Pentacles. I'm getting here to not feel sorry for yourself, not feel bad about investments in the past that didn't work out, because I feel like you learned something from this. Eight of Pentacles. This could be about a job. This could be a relationship or a father figure. I feel like you guys have learned a lot from your past. And while it's okay to obviously feel those emotions and go through the healing process, there's something here about not feeling bad for yourself, not feeling sorry for yourself, and taking the lessons that you've learned, taking the skills that you've acquired and moving forward. Because I feel like now you guys are becoming, it's like you guys are stepping into this King of Pentacles position where you've learned many life lessons and you have a new perspective on your worth, your self-worth. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. I really do feel like you guys learned a lot when it came to resources, money, what's actually important to you, and Hierophant here, your values. So while something may not have worked out in your past, I feel like you really just learned a lot from it, and you're in a much better position now to actually understand what you want out of life. So now you can go back to the drawing board and really just decide what path you want to take. It's like, what's important to me? And I feel like this is what the Oracle cards were trying to say too. It's like, don't rush the process and rush into a situation just because you're bored or just because you want something to do with your time and energy, but make sure it's something that actually resonates with you and it's going to help you grow. And again, with this King of Pentacles, it's like you guys are in this position of security, power, or you will be if you're not yet. This is in your energy. You guys are destined to be very knowledgeable and very stable, but there's something here about having to realize that within yourself. I'm seeing that a lot of you could have come from childhoods and backgrounds of not having much, and I feel like that is going to be healed in this lifetime. So it's all about not making decisions from a lack mindset, but from a wealthy mindset, and actually believing that you deserve those things. So I'm going to end this off with a couple oracle messages, and we'll close it off for you. Okay. So messages for Sagittarius, please. Closing messages for Sagittarius. Okay, we have offer your support to someone. Experience the joy of serving others. I feel like you guys don't really have a problem with this, honestly, support. So maybe this could go either way. Maybe you are in this position now, King of Pentacles, where you want to help somebody, where you can help someone financially, emotionally, anything with resources, energy, and maybe for some of you guys, it's like you're already there, right? You're already wealthy, you already have what you need, but now you want to help others. So this is something you might want to think about. It's like, yeah, it's like some of you guys have this overabundance of time. It's like, what do I do with my money? What do I do with my time? Help someone in need, help someone who is in your position when you needed help. I feel like that's what you're being guided to do here. Anything else for Sagittarius? We have respect yourself. You're the best judge of what's right. Yeah, I totally agree with this. A lot of the times, a lot of us will ask others for advice, or we'll go to others to make a decision for us. And I feel like this is very fitting for what you guys are going through right now. It's like only you know what's best for you. It's okay to go for others or go to others for advice, but when it comes down to making this the decision, you guys only know what's best for yourself. So self-respect, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to stay, and knowing when to look for something better, knowing when to put up boundaries, things like that. It's like you are your own judge. You don't need to go to others for validation or for directions. You guys know what to do on your own. So this is what I have for you guys. I hope I was able to connect you in this reading. Happy birthday again. I hope you guys have a wonderful year, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you.